You thought it was just a waist bead, beautiful, harmless, a simple accessory. But the night you wore it, everything changed. The dreams began. Shadowy figures whispered your name, cold hands traced your skin. You woke up breathless, shaken. But the next day, fortune followed, unexpected money, a sudden promotion, men drawn to you like never before. It felt like magic. Until the nightmares worsened. The figures became clearer. A man, watching, waiting, claiming you. You tried to remove the bead, but it wouldn't come off. Then, the whispers stopped. Instead, the news spread, a woman was found dead, her waist bead blackened, her body withered as if something had fed on her soul. And now, you realize, this isn't just a waist bead. It's demonic. And the price? Might be your life. On a bustling street in Lekki Phase 1, Lagos, there was a store unlike any other. Vivian's waist beads stood as a beacon of luxury and exclusivity. The moment you stepped into the store, you were enveloped by an atmosphere of intrigue, sparkling beads of all colors and designs hanging from every wall. It was the kind of place where women from all walks of life, from top corporate executives to young influencers, came to purchase waist beads that promised not only beauty but success and prosperity. Vivian, the store owner, was a woman in her late 30s, graceful and enigmatic, with an almost otherworldly presence. No one knew how she became so wealthy. Vivian was the most talked about girl in Lekki, the epitome of luxury and style. Every woman wanted to be like her, and whenever she walked by, heads turned in admiration. She lived in one of the most expensive apartments in Lekki, spent lavishly on shopping sprees, and drove the latest cars, exuding wealth and sophistication. But it was clear that the beads she sold were special, too special. Women who wore them found themselves experiencing inexplicable luck. They were promoted at work, found love, and even received sudden financial boosts. What seemed like a mere fashion accessory was, in fact, a ritualistic tool, carefully crafted and imbued with dark, spiritual power. Every night after the store closed, Vivian would retreat into the back of the store where ancient symbols and sacred objects lined the walls. There, she would perform rituals on the beads, invoking spirits to give her customers the luck they so desperately sought. But this wasn't charity. Each bead came with a cost. Some women, after wearing the beads, lost their wombs, others never found true love, and a few found themselves plagued by setbacks, unexplainable failures that would follow them for years. Vivian was always careful. There was one rule she never broke: she must install the beads on her customers herself. Only then would the ritual be complete, and the magic take hold. For years, Vivian's store flourished, and her reputation grew. Women from all over Lagos lined up to buy her beads, and each of them left feeling transformed.
Hi everyone, just a quick break to remind you to subscribe, like and comment if you're enjoying the story. Your support means so much to us. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to the Akko family. Let us know where you're watching from in the comment section. To our returning subscribers, thank you for always being here. We appreciate you. Now let's dive right back into the story.
Among these women was Tolu, a newlywed who had heard that the beads could strengthen marital bonds. "My husband is good to me, but I want to keep the spark alive," she confided to Vivian as she browsed the selection. Vivian nodded knowingly. "These beads are infused with attraction and devotion. Wear them, and he won't be able to take his eyes off you." Tolu blushed but eagerly allowed Vivian to tie a set around her waist. "You'll see the difference," Vivian assured her. Another customer, Ada, was facing financial struggles. "I heard these beads bring prosperity," she said skeptically, arms crossed. Vivian picked up a strand of golden beads. "Wealth and fortune follow those who wear these," she murmured. "Doors will open for you." Ada, though doubtful, decided to try them. 3 days after Tolu started wearing the beads, She lost her 3-month pregnancy but didn't think twice about the beads being the cause. Her husband couldn't take his eyes off her, and people whispered that she had used juju on him. She had become the authority in her home, but every time she got pregnant, she miscarried. Unbeknownst to her, the beads were eating up her babies. After years of trying, Tolu decided to visit a powerful prophet. Her husband was now acting like a houseboy, and she kept losing her pregnancies. The prophet, after intense prayers, told her that the waist beads were the cause. Shocked, Tolu underwent a series of fasting and prayers. The prophet collected all her beads and burned them. Immediately, her husband regained himself, and 2 weeks later, she became pregnant. This time, the pregnancy stayed, and she gave birth to a baby boy. Tolu tried to warn others about Vivian's beads, telling them they would bring bad luck without them even knowing. But no one believed her because they were still enjoying the money, promotions, and attention the beads gave them. What they didn't realize was that the beads were taking something far more valuable: their destiny, their wombs, their children, and their happiness. Then, one day, a woman named Maya walked into Vivian's store. Maya was in her early 30s, an accomplished lawyer with a steady career. She wasn't one for mysticism or spirituality. She had heard the whispers about the beads' power but had always dismissed them. However, something about Vivian's store intrigued her, and curiosity got the better of her. "Welcome to Vivian's waist beads," Vivian greeted with a warm smile. "How can I help you today?" Maya glanced around, captivated by the shimmering strands hanging from the walls. "I'm just looking," she replied, hesitant. "I've heard a lot about your beads." Vivian's eyes twinkled knowingly. "Yes, they are special. Each one is designed to bring its wearer good fortune." Maya picked up a strand, admiring the intricate craftsmanship. "They are beautiful, but I'm not really into spiritual things." Vivian guided her through the collection. "You don't have to be. These beads are more than just accessories. They can change your life." Maya was drawn to a particular strand, a deep indigo set with golden accents, but hesitated when Vivian offered to tie them on her waist. "I'm not comfortable with that," Maya said. "I'll wear them later." Vivian frowned slightly. "Without me placing them on you, they won't bring the fortune they are intended to." Maya shook her head. "That's okay. I'm sure they'll still look beautiful." Reluctantly, Vivian allowed Maya to leave, the beads in her hand but not tied onto her waist. Little did she know, that moment would alter everything. That night, as she performed her usual ritual to summon the spirits and empower the beads she had sold, something felt off. She reached for her sacred calabash, murmuring incantations, but when she called Maya's name, nothing happened. The spirit was absent. It was as if Maya had somehow blocked the ritual. Alarmed, Vivian rushed to her grandmaster, a wise elder who had mentored her in the occult arts. "Maya didn't wear the beads," the grandmaster explained, his voice grave. "She lost them on her way home." Vivian's heart sank. "What can I do? How can I fix this?" The grandmaster met her anxious gaze. "You know the rules, Vivian. You've broken them, and now the spirits will take their due. You have 3 days to make things right, or the consequences will fall on all the women who wore your beads." As the days passed, Vivian began to feel uneasy. Her body swelled in unnatural places, strange rashes appeared on her skin, and she could sense something dark creeping inside her. The spirits were growing restless. Meanwhile, Ada's sudden streak of luck reversed, business deals fell through, and she found herself deeper in debt than before. Those who had received promotions saw their careers stall. Relationships turned sour. One woman, newly wealthy, found herself drowning in debt. Another, recently engaged, found her fiancé abruptly leaving her without reason. They all returned to Vivian's store seeking answers, but the doors were shut. The once powerful beads had turned against them, transforming from blessings into curses. As Vivian's condition worsened, her skin took on a grayish hue, her eyes sank deep into their sockets, and a decay began to spread through her body. The spirits had come to collect their price. On the third day, in the same room where she had performed countless rituals, Vivian took her final breath, surrounded by the beads that had once made her powerful. The spirits had claimed her. Weeks later, the women who had worn the beads began to share their experiences. They spoke of dreams where unknown men whispered to them, of sudden fortunes that had now turned into burdens. Some could no longer conceive, others found their marriages crumbling, and some watched their success slip away like sand through their fingers. They had unknowingly sold their futures for fleeting moments of prosperity. The beads, once symbols of beauty and empowerment, had become shackles, binding them to a fate they could not escape. In the end, Vivian's waist beads was closed forever, but the women who had bought from her would never forget the lesson: not all beauty brings blessings, and not all gifts come without a price. Not all waist beads are ordinary. Some carry forces beyond human understanding. What seems like a simple accessory might hold a power greater than you realize, sometimes for good, sometimes for ill. Be cautious when dealing with the unknown.
Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to stay connected by leaving your thoughts in the comments, giving the video a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you're the first to know when a new content drops. We appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you in the next